Well, it's the 27th of May, Memorial Day. Let's take a look to see how we've done in the past couple of weeks. So, back here in the back, this used to be broccoli and arugula, and that's all since bolted, so I've had to pick it and cut it. And now I have a couple of tomatoes in here, I have 8 of them. So, mix of San Marzano and Roma tomatoes, all set up with the cages. And then over here, this is the peas. So the peas have been doing, well, they've been growing like hell, so that's pretty good. So peas are starting to come in now. Probably ready to start picking here in a day or two. And they got a lot taller than I expected. We had some storms came through this week and caused a lot of the stems to flop over and break, but overall they seem to be doing okay. Down here, this is cucumbers that I just set this morning, and they're going to grow up the strings. Hopefully get a lot of cucumbers out of that, so it should be grand. So back here, this used to be lettuce and radishes and spinach, and all of the lettuce and radishes have been picked now. And so I still have the spinach left. I have the tomatoes growing along the back row, and then this is eggplants along the front. Still a couple of plants set to put in. So this is the cantaloupes that are ready to go in. I think these are habaneros, don't know. Some parsley, and then these are backup Roma tomatoes in case things all went to hell. But so those are all extras. Come visit me if you want some. Alright, this bed is cabbages. So red cabbage and green cabbage. For the most part doing okay. This one over here is the one that had some caterpillars on it before. I think I've taken care of that though. Not too bad. And then back there, that is the pickling cucumbers. And they're going to grow up along the cage as time comes. Strawberries are, of course, they're an invasive weed basically, and so they're starting to make a couple of strawberries. There we go. So there's some tucked down in there. That the trick is to get to them before the birds do. Triangle bed. Carrots are growing furiously, and I think they're going to crowd out the leeks. We'll see. Race to the top, I suppose, the way to look at it. We have some kale going back there, and 2 different kinds of kale, and then there's a zucchini that's tucked there in the middle of all of that. So once the kale is, or I've got as much kale as I feel like, then that'll be done. And now the cicadas decide to go make a racket. You can probably hear that in the background. Right, over here we have, these are all hot peppers, jalapenos, and various kinds. I don't even remember any right now. And we have some romaine lettuce along the front. In the back here, the beans are starting to grow, and they're wrapping around the poles. Doing okay. So that's good. If you compare to the video from this time last year, you'll see just what a difference the weather can make on the garden. Beefsteak tomatoes are starting to get nice and thick, so that's looking grand. Garlic's coming along. We have some scapes that are starting to form, so we'll be able to cut them, stir fry them, and that'll be fine. Then in the back here, all of the cherry type tomatoes are starting to get to a point where I can wind them around the strings so they can start growing. Get another look when I can walk around the back. This is all of the sweet peppers, and the last week I was out of town, so we had 90 degrees and then we had storms, so I'm afraid all my cilantro and dill didn't make it, and surprisingly there's 2 parsleys that are still alive. So sweet peppers are starting to form flowers. getting a little bit of fruit already, which is very surprising. So they're starting to do what they're supposed to do. That'll be fine. I'll walk around the back here. So we have some kohlrabi that's starting to plump up a little. A couple of more weeks they'll be a size that's big enough to pick, and then all these tomatoes will be able to take off. You can see they're already got them wrapped around the vines, or wrapped around the string, so they can start getting tall. Yeah, not too bad. So these beans are doing okay. I have a couple of different varieties of beans here. There's just an ordinary green pole bean, and then I have some purple and golden varieties as well. Jalapenos hadn't been doing so great. A couple of animals have been chewing on them, but now I've planted a couple of the extras, so that'll be fine. So that's it for the most part. Let's have a look at what else we have going on here. So back here in the triangle bed, that's the couple of spring onions. They're starting to flower, so get some seeds out of that. Red Russian kale, I got some curly kale. Yeah, not bad. Let's see what else we have here. Alright, so up here at the back, this is all potatoes. So this is an early variety of potatoes, like a type of like a russet or something like that, I don't remember. And then back in here, this is a late variety that I only set about a week ago, and they're starting to come up to the surface now, and we'll get so these ones are going to crop in early July. These ones are going to crop in September time frame. And then a couple of tomatoes. These are the extras, and I managed to find a pot to throw them into, so they'll be fine. And then finally, well, last time I got a bee sting, so I'm just going to stay away from them this time. But raspberries are starting to form fruit. Lots of bees. Keeping very busy, or as Killian would say, be careful. Right, I've counted at least 4 different varieties of bees that are keeping going. So that was a bumblebee. We have some European honeybees in here. Like that guy. Can I get him? I don't know, we'll see. And then, right, oh, there's a European honeybee. Get in there. Son of a gun. There she goes. I'll try not to get stung this time. So this is keeping all of the local bees happy, at least. And Jesus, this is almost 6 feet tall, so it is. Alright, well, I think that'll do it for today. So, oh, almost forgot. Apples. A couple of little apples on this little tree, and then the big tree has many, 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 many more. So, and with that, I will be seeing you. Oh, terrible pun. Bye.